Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm actually going to make my body butter so you guys can come along with me while I make my body butter. I like to make my own body butter most of the time. Hello, and we're going to talk a little bit. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about pussy too. Talk a little bit about pussy. Right, that light is way too much in my face. That's better. That's better. Too much light. Too much light. Hey, y'all. All right, we're going to make some body butter and talk about the puss. What is up? How y'all doing? All right, so first we're gonna talk about the body butter that I make, because there are people who ask me about my skin. There's no filters. There's no filters happening right now. There's no makeup happening right now. So I'm gonna show y'all how I make my body butter, and then we'll also talk about the pussy. Hey, Carmel, yeah, that's what people tell me. The smooth skin. All right, so raw African shea butter. Right? That's one ingredient. Dr. Bronner's coconut oil. It's another ingredient. And y'all, don't you laugh at me. It's just Whole Foods extra virgin olive oil. Okay, don't come for me. All right. Hey, Jamaica. Oh, you make your own too? Yes. So olive oil, shea butter, and coconut oil as my base. And then, ooh, I love it when a Stripe payment comes through like that. Look at that. That's amazing. And then in here, I have like my doTERRA oils that I'll add in. And then my magical mystic oils. These are the oils I get from M Rain. It's like this is what I use for my spell work, y'all. Can you see the herbs and things in there? Like I have a bunch of those oils. Let me show you another one. No, I'm not gonna show you that one. Y'all need to all know all my secrets. All right, this one is for millionaires, right? Y'all see that? So I purchased these from Magical Mystic. You can find her on here. So they will go in here. Oh, and I finally got my African black soap. This is what I use to wash my face and my bodies. People ask me, what do you use to wash your face? African black soap. That's it. So what you see on my face right now actually is just shea butter. That's it. It's just shea butter. I hadn't made my body butter yet. So right now that's just shea butter all on the face. No filters, no nothing. That's just the shea butter. Shea butter, baby. All right, so now that y'all know the secret to my body butter, and I have these little canisters that I put it in, and then after that I rub it on my body. It's all shea butter right there. Okay, so let's talk about pussy. By the way, I got this and this bowl from Knoll Farm, which is great. I'm telling y'all my business. I got these when I went up to Knoll Farm in Vermont, and they're just beautiful. And I like to be able to make my body butters in something natural, so it's wood. So I like to mix it in natural things. I try not to use stainless steel. If I use another different type of bowl, it's glass. I'll use a glass bowl, but right now I'm just gonna use my wooden bowl. We'll see how it turns out. I might have to go get the glass bowl. And the shea butter is the hardest thing. All right, so let's talk about pussy for a bit, for a little short while. It's gonna be a short little live. And the power of your pussy. And I'm not talking about from the anatomical perspective. And I just put up a post about this. Psalm Isadora, who has transitioned. She was a great Tantra teacher. I'm sorry that I didn't find out about her while she was still alive. But it was a quote from her that says, basically, like, if you're a powerful woman, you can't be afraid of your pussy. And, the reality of it is that we have been reared in a society for at least 2,000 years that has taught us to be afraid of the power of our pussy, or has told us that the only power our pussy has is in giving birth and being used as like an insertion tool. That's it. Just insertion tool. That's it. So you stick stuff in, you can stick stuff out. Or push stuff out rather. And that's not at all the totality of the power of our pussy. In fact, that's just the physical piece of what our pussy can do. I gotta add the olive oil to kind of break up the shea butter because the shea butter gets a little hard. Our pussies feel. they sense, they intuit. There's literal scientific evidence that shows that we have a brain, if you will, the way our nervous system is, it runs through our body, that there is a whole system within our genital cortex that literally receives from the world and then processes and sends back information. So it's not just that we've got this, it's got to be creamy, y'all. It's got to be creamy so it's easy to put on. It's not just that we have this pussy that's just here for something to be inserted into it or something to come out of it. It is almost literally its own brain. And I don't want to get too deep into this here. I will talk about it more in Reveal, and I will talk about the vagus nerve and how that sends messages back and forth from our pussy to our brain, right? So there's a lot more power happening besides just the anatomical part of what we are and what we can do. So when a woman doesn't understand that power, she cannot show up fully as herself. When a woman doesn't understand the full power of her pussy, she will not show up in the world as her full realized self. She will be hiding from shame. She will be hiding from fear. She will not trust her gut intuition. She will find herself repeating relationship patterns over and over and over again. She will not trust in abundance, so that money will come, and she will try and force everything to happen in her world because she doesn't trust that it will flow to her. She won't trust her feminine energy, the feminine energy that comes from her pussy. And of course, if a woman is afraid of her pussy, she damn sure is not going to be having the best orgasms in the bedroom or any orgasms at all, right? She won't allow herself to cut loose. She won't allow herself to make noise. She won't allow herself to relax. Now, let me throw in a caveat here, because women who have been abused in some way or who have experienced sexually adverse situations, obviously this is a different story, right? There's more to this than a fear of pussy, right? I'm not going to be that glib about it. And that requires a different set of tools to unravel, but it still can be unraveled. But for women who have not had those experiences or are not affected, because there are women who experience those types of things and are not as affected. It's true. For those women, and there are a lot of women who are really afraid of the power of their pussy, I'm encouraging you all to tap into it, because when you do, when you tap into your pussy power, you are tapping into the heart of your feminine power. Not all of it, I said the heart of it. I love sparkling water. Hopefully this makes sense to those of you. Thank you to those of you who are just popping on. Hey Sankofa Bella, how are you? Hopefully this makes sense to those of you who are just popping on. I am making my body butter, by the way, so that's what I'm doing here. With my shea butter, coconut oil, and extra virgin olive oil, and I'm gonna add my other oils. Some of y'all know M-Rain. Y'all know M-Rain. So I got I got Pachamama. Maybe that wants to be thrown in there. I add these in along with my I'm gonna add this in. I have doTERRA oils. Hit me up if you're interested in doTERRA, by the way. But I will definitely throw the tangerine in, so I will leave that one out. And Mogul, because and this is what I put on my skin every day. This is what I put on my skin. Fuck a lotion. I'm good with the shea butter and the olive oil and the coconut oil. All right, so back to the power of your pussy. So hopefully this makes sense. When a woman cannot claim herself to be powerful, but at the same time be afraid of the power of her pussy, because this is the essence of your womanhood here. It's not the totality of it, right? There's so much more to us than that. And a lot of times when people think about that, then it's like, oh, they think, oh, the power's in the fucking. No, it's actually not. It's not. Yes, there's power in the fucking, but the power that we exude as women, that's a piece of it. That's a piece of it. You can do so much more without having any sex. Like, if you need to have sex to affect a man, you're not living in the power of your pussy. Right? Because that's like the easiest thing to do. That don't take no work, y'all. That don't take no work. Right? So if you're truly in the power of your pussy, it's the energetics of it don't just sit there in your genital area, in the genital complex, if you will. The energetics of this goes throughout your entire body. It exudes from you. It comes off the pores of your skin. I was saying this in the other video. It's not just localized, because your pussy and your throat, right, have similar structures, right? The way they are designed, the muscle structure, the ligaments, if you turn them crossways, like they're very similar in the way they expand, right? In the way they expand. So literally, you can tap into your pussy power to the point where it comes out of your mouth. Your voice shifts and changes. The words you speak carry an energetic vibration that people won't know. They won't know what it is, but they'll feel what it is. Your presence will present something without you even having to open your mouth. That's pussy power. Right? If you're afraid of that, your power is relying on external forces. If you're afraid of your pussy, you're looking to outward. You're looking for your power comes from people liking what you post, or liking what you do, or accolades that you get, right? Your accomplishments. And there's nothing wrong with any of these things, by the way. I'm just saying that when you're not in tune with your pussy power, your power is not internal, which means it can always be taken away from you. So if you're claiming to be a powerful woman, but you have a fear of your pussy, your power is external. It doesn't live in you. You're not embodying it. Does that make sense? As my voice went up an octave? Does that make sense? So anything that happens can shift you. But when you acknowledge and live within, it doesn't matter what's going on, you are always grounded in that. It always exists. No one can take it from you. It is you. It is part of you. And so part of my passion and purpose, because I believe they can sometimes be both, y'all. They can sometimes be both. Is to give women space to discover the power of their pussy. And it doesn't look like my power, right? My pussy power looks like mine. It is mine to hold and mine to embody the way I present in the world, the way I move through the world. And I own all of it. Your pussy power is different. I get what you're saying. You can't give true power without knowing the reason. Definitely a portal. A very strong portal. Right? To give space for women to discover what that power looks like for them. Because we don't know. Like, this wasn't something that was discussed. It's not like our mother sat down with us and was like, do you know how powerful your pussy is? If anything, it was like, ignore that place until it bleeds, and when it bleeds, know that nobody should touch it, so you won't have any kids. But those conversations weren't had. I don't think I had them with my daughters. I really don't. Not when they were younger. And now they're older and they're kind of like, I don't know if I want to hear all that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, this was something I came into. And so I understand the importance of it based on my own life story and the things that I've gone through. So my mission, my purpose, my passion is to give women space to discover their unique pussy power. Like, how does she want to show up in this world? How does she want to play on a daily basis? What adventures does she want to take your body on? And I'm not just talking about sex. I'm just talking about adventures, right? That's what we're going to be doing in Reveal. Reveal is an introduction to the power. This is the hardest part, is really the shea butter, because you know shea butter is hard. So it's really getting the shea butter to a creamy consistency with the extra virgin olive oil and the coconut oil. If you don't know, I'm making my body butter right now. I figured I would just do this and chat with y'all at the same time. Reveal is 10 weeks of you getting to know your pussy's power. There are some fun activities that I have, including discovering your pussy's personality, which is always a fun one, and more. And so Reveal it's 6 weeks of us meeting together as a group. For the 6 weeks, we're going to be going over the history of goddess worship, because I need you all to understand how the power of your pussy, even like why are we even talking about this? The power of your pussy and how it came to be that most of us don't know about it. Chakras and sex. We're going to go over some sex magic basics for sure. We're going to go over the different ways for women to have an orgasm. We are going to go over the anatomy of your pussy, because it's important. Yes, we know inner and outer labia. Yes, we know the clitoris. Yes, we know the vaginal canal. Yes, and there's some other little lovely spots in there that I think it's important for you all to know about, especially because people keep talking about squirting. So we're going to talk about that too. We're going to talk about ideas around pleasure, cultural, societal, and religious beliefs that we've been handed down about what pleasure and sex mean to us versus what ours actually are. Because some of us are walking around carrying belief systems that actually don't resonate with us, but it's just what we know. And I'm not here to pull you away from anything, because if you join Reveal, you're joining of your own volition, and you gotta have a call with me first anyway. So this is not, let me drag you out of whatever you're in. You're willingly walking into your power. Let us be very clear about that. So Reveal begins July 26th. We're going to meet on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. And like I said, the first 6 sessions, we are going to go over all of the things that I discussed, and then we're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back and have an integration session, and we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back and have another integration session. And I'm going to offer this a few times a year, because I think it's important for women to have a baseline for what your pussy power is. And this is a conversation that most of us just did not have. Right? So if you are ready to experience the power of your pussy, because she might not be anything like you think she is, y'all. You think your pussy is you, and she has her own way of being and her own way of speaking to you that many of us, we don't know what it sounds like, so we don't know when to listen for when our pussy is actually talking to us. We don't know what it sounds like, and we are not able to sometimes separate our pussy from our ego. We gonna learn. I have all this extra stuff on me. We gonna learn today. We gonna learn. So click the link in my bio to set up a call. The call is complimentary. To set up a call so we can discuss Reveal. All of the information about the 8 sessions and the 10 weeks is on there. It's going to be held in my private community. You also will get access to the library of videos that I have on there, the webinars I've done, the embodiment classes I've done, I'm uploading my first iteration of 30 days of self-pleasure. Will that be included? No, that's included with the temple membership. My bad. Sorry, y'all. But you'll have access to a lot of other things within the community besides just Reveal. And you'll also have access to the temple gathering, which is the membership portion of my online community. So while you're in Reveal, you'll have access to that. And then once Reveal is over, if you'd like to stay in the membership, you have the option to do so. At a lower price, obviously, than Reveal. All right, so look. So this is the consistency that I've been working on while I've been talking to y'all, right? So that's the shea butter, the olive oil, and the coconut oil. I'm almost done with the shea butter, and then I'm gonna add in my then I'm gonna add these other extras in, because right now this don't smell that great. Like, it's all right, but it don't smell that great. But when I start adding in this other stuff, woo, y'all. Telling you right now, smell like eat me. All right, so I'm gonna finish making this. Click the link in my bio to set up a call for Reveal, and let's have a chat about it. Like I said, we start July 26th. Payment plans are available. Payment plans beyond what's on there are available. So just set up the call. Set up the call. If you're feeling it, like if you read through that and you're like, oh my gosh, yes. Better yet, if you're feeling through it and you're like, I don't know, but your pussy jumps, set up the call. That's your first lesson in listening to your pussy. Like, if your mind is like, I don't know, but your pussy's like, ooh. Set up the call and we'll figure it out and we'll work it out. Okay, so click the link in my bio. I will talk to you all then. Love you. Bye.